Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the RationalInvestor.com's daily brief recap. Did see there was. Hello, everyone. Hey, we're live on YouTube. Did see yesterday there were comments. Oh, no recap today, and yeah, I think I'm gonna start sort of winding down the amount of content that I'm producing on a regular basis. But we'll see how it goes. I kind of felt like taking yesterday off, and Thursday on the site is baby powder report day, so I kind of just left it for Kevin and Julian to have fun on the site yesterday. We'll see how it goes. I mean, the daily brief recap kind of videos, there's not a whole heck of a lot new to report day after day in, day out. And of course, we've got this election coming up here, so as a result, I'm a little bit cautious around that event anyway. As you can see from the screen, our breadth indicator turned up nicely there. I guess about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Well, no, actually quite a while. Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Nicely. And here come some hiccups. On balance, I got to say, I mean, hell, I've been banging out doubles in Stockland again. Wasn't really expecting that, but hey, I'll take the profits where they come. So I guess the impression that I'm getting and the message I tried to convey to the audience in the daily brief today, I don't know, although I don't know how well that went over, but my basic message is it feels as though the market is almost looking at this political event like it's an afterthought now. We have what I would consider, and the question ultimately here is this going to be a smooth transition of power, or is it going to be chaotic? In a weird sort of way, I'm actually feeling as though the market, like I said, is pricing in a relatively smooth transition. We'll see. Only time will tell. I suppose we could argue that if the whole damn market just ratchets up into extremely overbought territory heading into the election, that might actually be setting up a dangerous situation. But as it stands right now, we got about a month or so ahead of the big event, and the whole breadth turned back up. They're relieving the oversold conditions. And as I said, if you happen to have stocks that are moving higher and they're moving so much higher that you can start, banging out doubles and all those kind of fun things, might as well take advantage. Make hay while the sun's shining. And past couple of days, I've been doing that. Right, we got a really nice win off on this fluorite. Hey, we're in the fluorite industry now. Free position established. So what the hell do I care? Really nice trade. Beautiful charts. This one I was even touting to you guys there back in August, and now it's up in this area. So just rocking and rolling. And then also, ironically enough, in all the sector I'm not really that overly bullish about, but what the hell? I'll take the money if they want to hand it to me. The gold mining business. And these guys happen to be in the Nevada area. Battle Mountain, I think, is their property. I can't remember. Might be. Anyway, had a big pop overnight and pop into technical level for me. So, Brian, when the market affords me the opportunity to pay myself, that's exactly what I do. So, I got nothing to complain about. Count balances are continuing to move up. As for the broader market picture, my message for the public here, as I sort of said, just simply put, we had a bullish AB equals CD objective hit. The market came off of that, consolidated a bit. Then it looks like we have a bearish ABCD consolidation event, which ironically enough is just going to take us right back down to these previous key lows. This obviously is a risk on proxy. And as we've been talking about the breadth of the market, whether you look at the advanced decline line, whether you look at Brian's proprietary indicators, whether you look at something like the broader Russell 2000 versus the big Dow stocks, they're just cranking higher. I mean, no doubt about it, risk is coming back into the market here. Stocks now, fascinating. Let's see if anybody in the public can identify this chart pattern. I think actually through the site videos I was talking about this a bit. But that, whoops, that looks like a harmonic. We don't want that. We want, where are we here? We want a head and shoulders. There we go. So I just gave you the answer. Sure looks to me like the old stocks want to move higher and in earnest. Right? We could even do like chaos levels off of this consolidation. Boom. So I do believe the stock market wants to go to new highs. We had kind of joked and mused how the 1% doesn't want to be perceived as influencing the political landscape. Maybe even off of that high. That looks pretty good. Something like that. Probably even draw a nice trend channel off of this to project that high. But so in essence, the banksters, all those kind of people, they don't want come election day for people to go, see, it's all their fault, right? That kind of thing. So money is totally free, totally easy right now. At the same time, too, thanks to Mr. Trump, I suppose, there is confidence that a lot of these drugs that are being put together, these cocktails, if you will, are handling the COVID sickness itself relatively well. So the death rate of all this seems to be going down. Put it all together, and it's not surprising to see the market moving higher. It is interesting to see how the crude here just doesn't want to really get going in earnest. It did break to new highs this morning, though, so probably our move there to hop off at this level here the other day was probably a smart idea. I also said, too, I wouldn't mind getting back into this short. So the question now is this is going to be a fractal top. So if we can carve out some sort of inside bar tomorrow, I guess being Monday, new week, and then start failing, we'll jump back in on the short side on this market. Was also interested, too, to see that the metals markets seem to be cleaning themselves up. As you can see here from risk off. Interesting how the bonds are kind of taking a pause here today. They're not quite sure what they want to do. The gold market actually did put in a cute little W here. And I think I remember I told you sort of recently what I'd like to see is one low, two lows. Now, can I have a third low? And if that's the case, hey, maybe we can start hunting long ideas in the gold business. It is interesting to see that the gold VCIM names just produced a huge win for me. So, hey, this gold take off and let that little VCIM number double again. I'll get paid again. I don't know. Did notice a bunch of sort of new VCIM names are all sitting in the gold business in particular, are all sitting down in areas that actually I think are half decent buys. So, believe it or not, actually, I could see the gold market firm up here. But a little bit early for me to get too bullish here just yet. If anything, I wouldn't mind seeing a top come in on the stock market, this oil market break down, the bond market firm up, and then, okay, maybe we got something there. As I had said earlier, junior stocks just killing it here. Which I think in essence is a proxy about sort of, risk. People are willing to take more risk in the market. The only problem that I do have here, which is a little bit concerning, is, sometimes when all the crypto kids, you remember 2017, all the altcoins went absolutely apeshit. That was the end of a long secular move. So if these junior stocks just keep going nuts and keep banging out doubles and all that kind of stuff, I have to start thinking about, okay, well, it sure was a fun party. Woohoo! Well, once the party's done, we're probably going to have to sit on the sidelines for a year or two. Don't be surprised, folks. That's exactly what I think's happening here. As for the corns, it's awfully nice to see it firming up. And, of course, I think it's a good leading indicator in the market. As you can see, we had a pretty lively debate about levels in the daily brief here today. I was, of course, thinking bearish bots here. Probably last time I talked with you guys, 1, 2, 3 highs. So interestingly enough, they broke through the 25 line, came back up, put in a W, then broke out. And interestingly enough, the bot level is still alive here, believe it or not. But you can see they are testing their resolve in earnest right now. And there's a big battle going on right here. Huge battle. Because if you actually zoom in really closely, we're right at the downtrend line of that original top. And you can see the war going on right at the trend line. So I had sort of suggested to our community today, be careful here on hunting any new longs, because if we start showing any signs of failure and dip back below this trend line, oh boy, it's a long way back down. And our rule here is if we're thinking continuation, this would happen to be like a 15-minute chart that we're looking at to see whether we have any sort of follow through after this trend line test. And unfortunately, we got to see W's, right? Oh, Jesus Christ. What letter of the alphabet does that look like? And if you can't see it, maybe what I'll do is I'll change it to a line chart so you can see it a little better. Actually, it's not very well defined, but geez, it's starting to look very emmy. And of course, bots, right? We want to see 3 higher lows. Well, we're getting lower lows here. So odds, remember, these are lower time frame trades. I don't even really like talking with the public about them because they change so quickly. So I do believe this bot is toast. If I was wanting to wait for some sort of cue, what I really want to see is, can I please see W's here? And don't M out. If we M out, and this is dangerous too. You can see if we lose these levels, this is all open air. We could zip all the way back down here. So the dailies, for higher time frame position players, this is still chop Vegas for me. You can see A, B, C, D. I've been looking for this move up top against this original high to actually think about hunting new shorts. And then also too, that sort of thinking about market breadth. The market's lifting. There's no doubt about it. But what I'm concerned about here, of course, is maybe we lift for the next couple of weeks, right? Where everything's overbought, everything's frothy, everything's toppy. And here comes that big damn election event, i.e. buy the rumor, sell the news. So that's sort of what I'm thinking here. Messy, lower time frame players, have fun hunting setups. I could see lower time frame players now actually shorting against these highs, so be forewarned. And really, like I had said there a moment ago, if I actually wanted to put on a new sort of position that I'm thinking about, maybe even like swing, I think the position for me right at the moment is to be hunting for this bearish ABCD level right up in here. My hunch is through the weekend, what I think is going to happen is you can sort of see it if we go like, say, a 4-hour. You can see I drew the double distribution levels on the chart there just through the daily brief today. So if we just look at this range, there we go. Yeah, up there. You can definitely see that we've got some work to do in here. So based on this range, my hunch is you see that trend line, neckline level there. You see the notch. I got a feeling we're playing in here for a while. So anyway, that's sort of what I'm seeing here today. A little bit of firmness in the poop coins. We were talking a little bit about some of these higher leveraged DeFi names finally catching a bottom. I thought it was interesting. This lend that we had been publicly talking about off of this incredible harmonic trade, it hit the 50% level that we had as sort of a rolling objective, 6-1 risk reward. Fuck me. And now on that 50% tag, you can see the market's trying desperately to bottom here. So I had suggested for all those crypto aficionados, If you want fancy yourself a trader, maybe hunt those candle body low levels, reload zones. There's 88.6. Kavarkanator is going to be hunting down there. That is that 50% level for just sort of a sick ass trade level. So that's probably, the traders that are watching this video. If you're hunting through the weekend, I sure like that level down in there. So there's sort of a trade idea for you to chew on. Looking for nothing more than just 50% bounce of this range to take us back up against these highs. Whoops. Which produces a half decent trade, I gotta say. It's not bad. Just hypothetically, let's say you were able to sneak in, we'll even say just the midpoint of that reload zone. And you got something like that, which produces a 5-to-1 risk reward. So, in fact, actually, my suggestion was all the crazy kids who like to do the 100x leverage trades. This might be a really good one where you throw your bid in right down at the bottom. They do a nice little fuck you against these lows. You've got your 100x 0.001 BTC trade on. If you hold these lows and it's like an SFU setup, like this kind of shit in here, you can sometimes get paid hugely, right? You'll be looking for this kind of volatility in here. Who knows? Might be a fun trade. It's not the kind of thing I do. I'm way too old and boring and curmudgeon to do that kind of stuff. But, all you sharpshooters, it's definitely something to think about. Okay, I think I'll leave the free offering at that. Hope you got some value out of it. Slow and steady wins a race. Make sure to pay yourself if names are popping. I guess we'll see everybody for the Broiler Chickens show on Sunday and see whether we worked our way up into this 11,500 area, because that's sort of what I'm thinking should happen here. But, oh well, we'll see. All right, Kavarkanator, if you could take us out of here, I'd much appreciate it. All the best to everybody. The only thing left for Brian to say at this point is a big bye for now.